Folks, we have a real special treat today, even for myself. I'm around these cars all the time. This is a special car I never even heard of until this one came into my life. It's a 1972 R code 351HO. You know, in 72, they didn't make the Boss 351 anymore. Well, that's essentially what this car here is. It came with the 4-bolt main, a lot of the same equipment. It's the same motor as the Boss. I think they lowered the compression. It's a 4-speed only, 391 gears. That's how they came. It wasn't until late year that they even offered this car. It wasn't in the brochure. They made 398 of these total, and this was built on the last day of production. The Ford exec said, we need a muscle car just for our image purposes. So that's when they came out with the HO. And again, this is a 72 Boss 351, essentially is what it is. 7-page article in the Mustang Times, end of an era. It was. Essentially, this was the end of the muscle car era for Ford until recent years when they started coming out with all these crazy horsepower cars. Cover of National Parts Depot, an original invoice, and a Marti Report. Car's loaded with 16 options. I mean, power windows, tilt wheel, rear defroster. Just like a Boss, you could not get air conditioning, so it does not have that. Amazing factory colors, if you haven't noticed. The grabber blue with the white interior, and that's how it was born. This is an all numbers matching, VIN number match motor, trans, all number match, all authentic car, restored to concourse condition. It was a 3-owner car total. The third owner is the gentleman that restored it. He put it in a bubble. I have pictures of this car taken down to a bare shell, put on a rotisserie, and then I have it sitting in a bubble in his garage. So it's an amazing car, AM 8-track radio. I just love it, and hopefully you're going to love it too. Go to volocars.com. That's where you can find a price tag on this one, as well as 200 other classic cars that are all for sale, and each one is a monthly payment as well. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. So the body, again, flipped on a rotisserie, completely restored. I'm going to say the body and paint's better than new. It does have the dual scooped hood with the hood locks, absolutely straight, absolute precision fit throughout, all square, flush, smooth. No rust, no damage, no bubbling, no waves. All this is excellent. Has sport mirrors, shuts like a new car. Fantastic. That back window almost lays flat. All of this is looking great. Look at the gaps. Spot on. This side's looking just as good all the way to the bottom. The doors, the fit, outstanding. Painted its original grabber blue color, but this is where I say it wasn't this nice when it was new, because this is polished like glass. I honestly have not seen a flaw. Doesn't mean there isn't one, but I have not seen one yet. Has the argent silver painted on, smooth to the touch. You do not feel it, except the sides, those are decals. That's how it would have been from the factory. The lower part, I believe, is painted. Yeah, there's a stripe here, but the bottom, that is painted on. Hood locks are brilliant new chrome. Has the front spoiler. Has the color-matched rubber bumper. Pristine, no cracking, no bumps. All of the grille is in excellent shape. Several NOS parts. You can read the description. I think the antenna might have been NOS. Windshield's new. All the moldings are real nice. Seals are replaced. Door handles, I think, were NOS. It has Magnum 500 wheels. They're beautiful with the reproduction wide oval Firestone tires that it would have had. It is a built-in electric rear defogger window, so it is the original glass. It does have some scratches in it. The molding might be original too. It's 7 out of 10. The back panel has the honeycomb panel, the gas cap looks new, the bumper, all that's beautiful. More silver striping, a silver rear spoiler. So just take it in for a minute. Absolutely stunning. And this is the cover of NPD magazine. Had it blown up. Nice little sign you can take with to the car shows. All right, now let's open it up. Still a lot more good stuff to come. We have some extra goodies in here that'll go with the car. But first, look underneath the trunk lid. It's painted real slick. It has the stickers, has a working trunk lamp. The jamb is painted slick. This is a correct weather strip. Inside is all clean metal with the neat spatter finish paint. It does have the collapsible spare with the jack. This felt is actually correct. And the air bottle that fills the tires underneath there. That's a poster of the National Parts Depot catalog cover. The car originally came with metal door edge guards. I don't think anyone will ever want to squish those onto that new paint. They're metal, but these are NOS door guards. In here is a power steering pump and an alternator. I assume those are probably the originals, probably got replaced and put new ones on the car. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click that bell icon so you're notified as these videos are posted. Door jambs are as slick as the car. Weather strips are replaced. Sill plates are shiny. Now, this is a factory white interior car, sports interior, so it has the molded door panels. They are in pristine shape. They're new. It has the speakers built into the doors, and notice it has power window switches. Now, the dash area is all nice and clean. Here's the rear defrost switch, the plastic, the vents, the bezels, all looking really nice. Yeah, tachometer on that side. Here's the speedometer. The dash pad was replaced. That's mint. All this is real nice, working light. Factory AM 8-track, and it came with this stuff. Heater control panel's real nice. Working clock. All this is real nice. All the plastic and trim. Has the owner's manual, extra keys. Kick panels are real nice. Now this is sewn into the carpet. I should have vacuumed it. Real nice console, Hurst 4-speed shifter. All that's looking really good. Now I'm going to look at my notes here. The seats with the gray inserts were not available, so they bought white reproduction upholstery. They found the supplier to Ford that supplied this fabric, and they had some. So they disassembled brand new seat covers, had this installed like it was, and of course redone. All the cushions are redone, and all this upholstery is pristine. That's beautiful upholstery. Carpets back here are excellent. This same thing, all reupholstered, custom made. Has all the seat belts, all the trim on the sides are real nice. It's the original side trim, was re-dyed white. This is a fold-down sport seat. There's pictures on our website of it folded down. It's all carpet, and it opens up right into the trunk. Headliner was replaced. The light works. Visors look real good. Let me check my notes. There was a couple other things I wanted to mention. The AM 8-track radio was sent out and restored. All the gauges, including the tachometer, were restored by Instrument Specialties. The Hurst shifter, the original, was re-chromed, where he could have just replaced it, but he sent it out and re-chromed. The bezels on the power window switches are NOS. And this also has a deluxe rim blow steering wheel on a tilt column, another option. Again, a loaded up car for a 72 Mach 1. This car just has too many good things going for it. I didn't know how to start my sign. Usually I start it with the highlight. This car has so many highlights. My introduction's a long paragraph. VIN number matching engine. We have pictures of the VIN on our website. It was rebuilt by Ford High Performance Exchange. All original parts were used, including the hard-to-find NOS exhaust manifolds, dual-point distributor, correct alternator, so it's either the one on the car or the one in the box, with an oversized pulley, just like the Boss had. It's the same alternator and pulley as the Boss. Correct finned valve covers, again, which is same as the Boss. Also aluminum intake I see under there. So all this is concourse. This is all correct. There's the Ford logo here. Spark plug wires are Autolite wires. Everything's restored, correct, proper. The hoses, the clamps, correct finishes. See the gray, the black, the gray hinges, the stickers, the rubber seal, the vents. Also has a rev limiter, just like the Boss. The Mach 1s didn't have this stuff. Batteries properly secured. See all the right finishes, nuts and bolts, hoses and clamps and shroud. Has the power steering cooler. Squirters are hooked up, horns are hooked up. Power steering and power brakes. Everything painted nicely, all new bolts. Under the hood's painted real slick, has the light. Now this is considered ram air. It's just that instead of coming through the hood scoops, it does get forced in through that tube down there. I think it goes under the car. But they still considered that ram air. It's just in a different place from the years earlier. Let me see if I'm missing anything in my notes under here. I did want to point out before I forget, in 72, there was no more Boss 351 or the 429. So yeah, this was their muscle car. All right, Michael's going to take you for a drive. Enjoy. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, everybody, got a really cool and rare car here today. Gonna see how she goes down the road. 351 HO. This replaced the Boss 351. Yeah, it's really decked out. Got tons of options. Rim blow wheel, power windows. It's a one-of-one car with this color combination, everything like that. It's been concourse restored to exactly to new condition, and it's just, yeah, it's a real pleasure to drive. You got the looks and you got all the performance. One of 398 cars produced with the 351 HO, and again, one of one with all these options. We got the Marti Report to document it. We did go ahead, our shop went and inspected it top to bottom. Very dialed in car when we got it, and it only needed to adjust the idle and also replace the lower control arms. But other than that, it's as you see it. Let's see how it goes down the road. Nice and straight there. Road did dip off just a bit to the right, but that's just the road. We're experimenting with a new test drive kind of course, just temporarily anyway. Our other regular loop that we do on the test drive videos is under construction currently, so we definitely don't want to take these beautifully restored cars down there. So we're just trying this out temporarily, and yeah, hopefully it works. But I mean, it's got the chalk marks underneath. You can see it's just beautifully restored. Rim blow wheel, and everything works. Power windows, everything. The only thing that I did notice on this car is it seems like our fuel gauge is hanging up. It works sometimes and then it doesn't work. So it's kind of like, right now it's pegged at an E, but I do know that the that it does have gas in it. So we got a work order in for that at the shop. We will have them go ahead and take care of that. And let's see here, we'll just pull a little U-turn. Give it a nice little pass here. Numbers matching, drivetrain. All right. And just like that, up to highway speeds, absolutely no problems. I tell you, this is a great driving car, restored very nicely and set up. I mean, I hate to use the word perfect, but what a great experience just driving this car. Looks so cool, and then the rarity of it really adds that special little feeling that you get when you're inside of it. And yeah, it's definitely, I would consider it definitely an investment grade vehicle, and one that you may want to go ahead and consider clicking the buy it now button for, because I don't think it's going to be around long at the museum. So definitely, if you'd like to test drive it yourself, go ahead and contact our sales department. You're more than welcome to come out, spend as much time as you'd like with the car. But as I see it, it's an absolutely fine vehicle, and a new owner is absolutely going to love it. So check out all the details, pictures, and the full description on volocars.com.
What was your initial connection?
I just believe that our military heroes are some of the bravest people we've ever known. I graduated high school.
So yeah, this was on a rotisserie, and I have photos of the restoration process on our website. It was flipped on its side. The whole bottom was redone. It's all clean metal. The floors, the frame rails, all painted, and everything was rebuilt. All the suspension and steering completely, entirely rebuilt to factory specs. Has the competition suspension, staggered rear shocks, disc brakes in front, drum in back. That whole system was restored back to original specs. NOS exhaust, for those of you that don't know what that means, it's new old stock. So that's a 1972 exhaust system that was never used. So it has the original sound. The fuel system was all replaced. You look up at the motor, it's spotless. The starter, everything was restored to stock. It was upgraded with some gas shocks. The VIN number matching wide ratio 4-speed is in there. The number match VIN. We have pictures of that. The drive shaft was rebuilt. It goes back to its original 391 traction lock rear end. So again, where would you start to describe this amazing car? It doesn't fall short anywhere. The colors, the options, the history, the rarity, the numbers matching, the documentation, incredible. Someone's going to be very lucky to get this. This is worthy of going in any collection anywhere in the world. Go to volocars.com, talk to the salesman. They'd be happy to answer your questions, including how to get this financed and how to get it delivered to your garage. I'll mess with that later. Thanks for watching.